Hi everybody, welcome back to A Glittery Life. Well, today is a really exciting day because it's the launch of the Wayne Goss brow set. That's right, Wayne Goss, if you don't know, has launched another set of brushes. This time it's 3 brushes and I'm going to tell you all about it here in a minute. This has been really a fun launch for me because I actually got to be in San Francisco all last week at Beautylish working on the launch of this brush collection from Wayne. Which means that not only did I get to host a global conference call interviewing Wayne, I'll put the link down below so that you can listen. He was so brilliant on the call. He gave so much good information, a lot of stuff that I think actually would be really helpful. So don't worry if you missed the call. You can click that link down below and listen to Wayne and I basically talk for like an hour. Also joining us on that call was Nils Johnson, the CEO and co-founder of Beautylish. You guys know I am like all about Beautylish, all things Beautylish, like Trisha times Beautylish, that's like how I roll. And you guys also know that I have mad love for Wayne. It was really fun because actually the day before the conference call, I got to actually spend about an hour and a half just Skyping with Wayne. We kind of had to do some like nuts and bolts with the Beautylish team, and then they left and Wayne and I just got to talk shop. We talked products, we talked skin, we talked, you name it, we talked about it. Literally, you name it, we talked about it. And it was so fun. You guys, listen, YouTube's a funny place, right? And there's so much drama and so much like this and that all over YouTube and shady as people doing shady as things with shady as companies, right? Wayne Goss is not one of those people. I mean, we all love him, right? We love his videos and stuff like that, but I want you guys to know he's so legit and he is genuinely a wonderful human being. He's such a great guy. I mean, honestly, like, he's like a mega YouTuber. He did not need to take time Skyping with me and talking about products, and he knows a lot about beauty. And I'm gonna be really honest with you, like, he was actually asking for like my recommendations and my opinion, and he didn't need to do that. I mean, honestly, like, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that are really too big for their britches, and he's not one of them. So if you've been on the fence about supporting Wayne or subscribing to his channel or buying into his brush hype, you know me, you can trust me, and I want to tell you, get off the fence. He's totally worth the hype. He's so fantastic, and his brushes are equally worth the hype. So I know that's a long intro, especially for those of you who have just kind of stumbled upon my channel because you're looking for a video about the brushes or you're looking for a review. So I apologize to you for the long intro, but honestly, he's like a perfect 10 if you ask me. So if you are just stumbling upon A Glittery Life, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and stick around, catch up on some old videos and see what I'm all about over here. Let's talk about the first brush. This is the number 21 brush. And as you can see, it is a very short and very dense angled brush. It's a little bit wider than most angled brow brushes would be, and it's the brush hair is very, very short. So what that gives you is the ability to do very precise placement of your brow product. Now, I personally have been using these brushes with the Anastasia Ebony Brow Powder Duo. I only really use the light side of this. There's a lighter and a dark side, and I definitely stay on the light side. I'm not sure that you want brows that are darker than your natural hair, so I sort of like kind of teeter on that fence a little bit. But because this brush is made from natural hair, it's gonna pick up the brow product really well and actually place it on your skin and not just the hair of your brow. So when you're using a brow powder to do your brows, you don't want to just coat the brow hair. You actually need to get this product on your skin for longevity. If you just coat it on your brows, your brows are gonna end up looking kind of sparse and patchy as the day wears on. Even if you use like a brow setting gel, which sometimes I use, sometimes I don't, but when you can get that actually on your skin, you can really enhance and create that perfect brow shape. Now, you know, I lean more towards a much natural brow. That's my jam. I'm not into the Instagram brow. Don't hate if you are, like, it's cool. There's plenty of room for all of our brows, crazy or not. So has been really awesome for me. I was able to get these before they launched. And so like I said, I've had them for about 7 or 8 days. Definitely have used them every single day. This is really the standout. This is the star of the show. This is the one that you are really, really going to be excited about, is this number 21 brush. Now, because Wayne designed these brushes to work together as a set, Beautylish is not anticipating releasing these individually at any point. So I would just go ahead and bite the bullet and get the set. It's reasonably priced for 3 of these Japanese handcrafted brushes. You're getting all 3 for $55. Which, if you're dabbling in like fine, high quality brushes, if you're dabbling in the Japanese foodie brushes, then you know $55 for 3 is absolutely very reasonable. The other thing that is really important to note about the 21 brush is that this is not a dual purpose brush for eyeliner. Wayne has designed and created this brush specifically to be used for brows. So don't dip this in your Inglot gel eyeliner, your MAC Fluid Line Black Track. Don't do that. It's too wide and it doesn't quite have enough give to it to get a really good line on the liner. So don't even go there with this. Just save it for your brow. So this number 22 is dual-sided. It has a plastic synthetic comb, lash comb on one side, and then a brow grooming brush on the other side. Now, one of the things that makes this number 22 brush, which is Beautylish is referring to this as the multitasker, because it is. One of the things that makes this unique is that this actual brush, the brush aspect of this one is natural hair. Most of the time these are synthetic. Most brow brushes are synthetic, but usually by and large a brush like this is going to be synthetic as well. Now, this is a dense, like stiff brow brush. The reason why that's important and the reason why that's good is because it really can knock off product. If you're using the dip brow or a brow pomade and you've kind of gone too harsh or too angular or just too heavy with that product, a nice stiff natural hair brush like this is going to be able to blend that product in really well. A brush like this is great because if you're doing that ombre brow, you can really kind of knock that product off at the start and then just drag it through just to really kind of like soften that brow that's too hard. And then the synthetic comb is designed for your lashes and it's designed for applying mascara. And it is really worth listening to the conference call to hear Wayne talk about why this is such a great mascara technique. So I won't say much more about that, but I am really impressed with the brow brush because it really will take off product. And the number 23 is the spoolie. And I love it. This is sort of like a luxury spoolie. Now, spoolies generally cost, I don't know, probably like $5 or $6 to get a spoolie brush at the drugstore. I'm trying to think of any brands that I know that just make a spoolie like this, and I can't really think of. And this might be the thing that sort of turns you off a little bit because you're like, wait, I'm paying $55. I'm getting a really good brush. I'm getting a double-sided comb brush, and then I'm getting a spoolie. And I get it. I totally get it because you can find spoolies for just like a couple dollars. That's not uncommon. However, if you're a collector, you're a makeup is your hobby, then you're gonna love having a spoolie that matches your brush collection. It's just kind of fancy, it's kind of cool, it's unusual. Does it perform any different than other spoolies that I've used? I can't say that it does, but I can say that it's beautiful, it's well crafted, and things that are made better last longer. So keep that in mind. When you're kind of like, keep that in mind if you're on the fence about this set because it contains a spoolie and you don't think that's a big deal. The spoolie is actually one of the most important tools you can have for your makeup. Your brows actually because your brows frame your face, it's really important that before you even start doing your face, after you've put your foundation on, that you actually take a spoolie and comb up through your brows and get your brow hair going in the right direction and get create the shape that you want with your brows with the spoolie. A spoolie also knocks off powder and it knocks off anything that is kind of collected itself on your brows that would cause a barrier before your brow product. So a spoolie is something that I cannot live without. I actually cannot do my brows without a spoolie. If I forget a spoolie, I just don't wear brows. It's worth it. It's like pointless. It's not worth it to me because I can't do a good brow without a spoolie. And then I personally love to blend my brows with a spoolie as opposed to the brush because I'm using a powder product, so I don't quite need the aggressive aspect of this like brow brush, but a spoolie is perfect when you're doing like a powdered brow and you just want to blend it out and you want to be able to get that nice, subtle, soft, natural brow shape. And if you get too much powder anywhere, you can always use the tip of this spoolie, kind of like, not the very tip of it, but the kind of that first corner, kind of like almost like an eraser. So that's a great little spoolie tip. Honestly, I think that's probably all I really have to say about the brow brushes right now. I really do want you to listen to that conference call link because you are going to get some more information about them. I don't want to repeat everything that Wayne talks about. I would absolutely recommend these brushes, especially if you are collecting the other Goss brushes, or if you haven't been able to afford any of his brushes yet because the sets are expensive or whatever, you just haven't pulled the trigger. This is a great price point for an entry, kind of like entering into that Wayne Goss brush realm. So anyway, I love them. I'm so grateful to have them, and I'm really excited about this launch. I'm really excited for Wayne. I'm really proud of him, and I love that he is not only an artist, but he's also an artisan, and he's creating tools that other artists like me really want in our kit. And he's creating tools that are really easy to use for those of you who are just makeup lovers. All three of these are really easy to use. You can't go wrong with them, and I highly recommend this brush set. So I will leave a link down below for you in my profile, and you know what, while you're there, while you're on Beautylish, check out some of my other favorites. And I also review a ton of products. I think I've got about 70 reviews, very product specific reviews on Beautylish. So I'll leave my Beautylish profile down there as well so that you can check those reviews out. And girls, let's try to keep our brow game on point. Thanks so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that, and thumbs up this video if you love Wayne Goss like I do. See you later.